welcome to another episode of Untold Legends, where we explore the stories found within the world of video games, movies, comics, and anything in between. Last time in the Mortal Kombat Timeline series, I finished covering the second half of Raiden's story, detailing the events of the altered timeline, Raiden's quest to solve the mystery of stopping Shao Kahn's Armageddon victory, his struggle against the threats posed by Shinnok's amulet, all the way through his final act, fusing his power with Liu Kang's to create a new god, and assisting him as a mortal at the beginning of time. Today I'm going to cover a character with a very brief history in Mortal Kombat lore, introduced and only appearing in Mortal Kombat X, as a downloadable Combat Pack 2 combatant, the first pure cyborg combatant featured in the series with no human basis underneath, Triborg. Some of the most popular characters in the Mortal Kombat series are the Cyborgs. Cyrax, Sektor, sometimes Smoke, sometimes Sub-Zero. Fans love them due to their awesome Boba Fett / Predator-like appearances, and Triborg continues that trend. But by the time of Mortal Kombat X, the Cyborg characters were destroyed in the storyline. So how do you reincorporate popular characters while making sense within the story and not take up a bunch of character slots? You bring them all back within one combatant. Triborg has no individual personality of his own. Much like Ermac, he's a fusion of multiple personalities. Multiple Lin Kuei warriors mimicking the moveset and personality of three of them, Smoke, Sektor, and Cyrax, complete with their same rivalries, beliefs, and memories.
Rejoin us, brother.
Never, fool.
We forced you once. Shirai Ryu dog.
Lin Kuei scum!
You offend me more with every breath.
Hi there.
Scorpion rebuilt his pathetic clan.
Oh, it's on now.
Depending on which configuration is chosen, Triborg can change his color and appearance to mimic said combatants, becoming the ultimate cyborg, the progenitor of a superior race, armed with the same rockets, flamethrowers, bombs, and abilities of his predecessors. And since there's no human template underneath and he's completely cybernetic, pieces of his body can detach and used as an attack without Triborg deactivating. And if Triborg chooses not to alternate between his three different configurations, he can unleash the strength of all three simultaneously in a devastating, unsurvivable attack by multiplying himself. However, Triborg does have a secret fourth transformation in Mortal Kombat X. If you highlight him, you tap up twice, then press triangle or Y, depending on the console you're playing on, Triborg takes on the Cyber Sub-Zero configuration, complete with his own moveset. But where does Triborg fit within the overall scheme of the Mortal Kombat pantheon of combatants? Where did he come from and what role could he play in the future? To understand Triborg, you need to understand Sub-Zero's Lin Kuei clan of assassins, and Sektor, who Triborg shares multiple story similarities with. Sektor's father, the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei, determined that his clan would be much deadlier and much more efficient if its warriors were stripped of free will and converted into cyborg fighters. Although his plans were mostly successful, Sub-Zero in time would retake the Lin Kuei and become its new Grandmaster, and the cyber initiative that created the cyborgs was ended. However, Sektor survived and created his own deadly clan of cyberized warriors called the Tekunin, prior to the events of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, a group that was in conflict with the Special Forces and battled the half-god Taven within one of their warships. Triborg never actually appeared in the original timeline story, but the idea of a Cyber Lin Kuei fusion was hinted at with Sektor's non-canon Armageddon ending.
Upon defeating Blaze, the power that surged through Sektor linked him with his fellow cybernetic ninjas, Smoke and Cyrax. Becoming one mind, they were joined in an abomination of flesh and technology. The realms will soon tremble at the coming transformation. All will bow to the new god.
In the altered timeline, the Lin Kuei were still cyberized, and Sektor murdered his own father to take over the clan as the new Grandmaster. Ultimately, Sub-Zero would infiltrate the Cyber Lin Kuei years later and destroyed it, but the Grandmaster had secrets of his own in case of the clan's destruction. What the rest of the clan wasn't aware of was that prior to his own death, before the clan was cyberized completely, the Grandmaster had all members participate in tests that secretly recorded their combat data and analyzed their special abilities. The data was stored in an undisclosed location that was found after Sub-Zero destroyed Sektor. After Sub-Zero recreated the clan, the Special Forces took ownership of the hidden data cache and uploaded the information into a test body to see what was stored inside. Unknown to the Special Forces, the information contained the combat data and copies of the consciousness of Sektor, Cyrax, and Smoke. They merged together into a new being that called itself Triborg, and it killed every member of the Special Forces in the lab before escaping. Then Triborg determined his next steps, his ultimate mission to seek out and destroy all organic life, and establish cybernetics as the ultimate life form. With his activation, Triborg was the last true remaining Lin Kuei, but he would still distance himself from the clan in his Mortal Kombat X ending, instead following the steps Sektor did in the original timeline by creating his own Tekunin clan.
Now with access to the SF computer network, Triborg used it to interface with the Lin Kuei storage drives from which he was spawned. He saved the brainwave data of dozens of his Lin Kuei brothers and sisters to the SF servers. The SF laboratories provided the materials necessary for Triborg to create cybernetic bodies for each one. Soon the downloads were complete. The Cyber Lin Kuei had been reformed. But because Sub-Zero had forever sullied the clan's name, Triborg decided to begin anew. He would henceforth be known as the leader of the deadliest clan in all the realms, the Tekunin.
After Mortal Kombat X and the establishment of the new Tekunin, Triborg was never seen or heard of again, perhaps plotting in the background and waiting for the perfect opportunity to reveal himself. In the new timeline established after Mortal Kombat 11, will Triborg still exist? And if he does, will he lead his own clan, or continue carrying the same rivalries that his original templates carried with them?
Restored to life, Hanzo?
You discard your humanity. I embrace mine.
And I thought you couldn't be any weaker.
Triborg wins. Fatality.
And if you'd like to support my work, I invite you to become a patron so you can get access to my Patreon feed filled with exclusive updates and progress reports on videos. You can also choose to become a channel member and gain access to exclusive polls, deciding what games are going to be streamed, moderator privileges, badges, and emojis for live chat. And I'd like to thank my current patrons and channel members for their continued support. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, and click on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you follow me on social media so you never miss a thing. Catch you guys later.